I almost threw up in the car, but I tried to keep on eating until Mr. Smith literally had to take the corn dogs away from me. It's the summer Kyle was dieting with Michelle, Sandal Master Michelle, in our Kyle.Dari.Spam where he tried his first cappuccino. That was a good picture where he literally almost died. There was the palace we went to in Romania with all the rugs. That was fun. There was my birthday in Romania, my 16th birthday. I remember the practice coach almost made us do 16 200s because it was my 16th birthday, but then he changed it to 1625, so that was very much appreciated. Kyle made that one video from Romania on his blonde YouTube channel, Iron Chef thing, like summer of 8th grade when we went to the lake house after 8th grade, I think. That was really cool. Kyle was the captain of one team and Yush was the captain of the other team, and they were cooking up, and I thought that was really cool. So that was kind of one of my sparks for getting into cooking. I remember for our finals, we were still innocent, so our studying aids was like energy drinks and wasabi peas, and we would just have a crap ton of wasabi peas just like to wake us the hell up, and we would have some energy drinks too. Beginning of junior year, Kyle White and I hung out so much. We had some very interesting times. The abandoned house with Dion was really fun. I still have videos from that. Yeah, and then Hoko. Ooh, New York junior year was so fun. So Kyle was going by himself, so he ended up staying with Jack and I, like switching off. My brother, dad, and mom came with me, and Jack's mom came with him, met up with Kyle in the middle of the day, and I ate at like 2 or 3 different places. He was like, what the heck? Like, you were literally eating Michelin-starred meal, like, stop eating. And then I went there, and then Kyle came over to stay with my brother and my parents, and then my brother, Kyle, and I went to Katz's Deli at like 2 a.m., and we grabbed some pastrami, and we walked there, and that was really fun. Next day, we went to Ivan Ramen for lunch, and he got lost, and he was very scared. I remember us like going through the design district because Kyle was really into clothes, and he was checking out like all like the clothes stores and the designs and stuff, and I got like my edgy like Japanese demon shirt and my yin yang beanie, and he got a bunch of stuff there too. Our Chinatown adventures when we went in that jank Chinese barbecue place, and he took that cool mirror photo there, and then we went to the Thai ramen place, got the Hong Kong waffles in the street stand that were fire. Ooh, we went to Red Roosters and Sylvia's, and Jack showed up at Red Roosters when we were like basically done. That was so good. The fried chicken was literally amazing. Cornbread was fire. Cornbread waffles. Oh my god, that was amazing. The Hoko video. He helped us film the entire Hoko video. That was a project and a half. Kyle qualified for Young Arts, which was super hype. In the beginning, he got rejected from his CU program, but that was all a big mistake, and he ended up getting into the program he wanted to, which is amazing. So both Kyle and I got into our dream programs, and our entire friend group did really well, even though we're like dummies junior year and we're super like panicky and like creative based and like not academically based, but in the end that paid off. We've had some super fun sleepovers, some good dinners where I just buy random stuff from Central Market and we cook up stuff and invite people over and just chill. When the Polo guys came over and we like inducted them into our society. The one time where we went to the Dallas Museum of Art, I slept over and we put an all-nighter. We watched Ponyo, we played Minecraft, we played TF2, and then we went straight to like the grad party photo, and us in that photo is literally hilarious. And we had like 2 massive things of Red Bull to like keep ourselves awake. We felt so gross in the morning. All the times playing on your VR headset late at night bonked. The one time I just showed up at your house and started cooking like Insta ramen at 2 a.m. and your dad just walks in and just starts dying laughing. Now we're here, about to graduate. Some really fun times. Prom was fun. Ashley's, and then we went to Will's and I was crab walking around the kitchen. That was hilarious.
You know what? The best ones were probably on the lake. The ones I could talk about, the ones that like sort of make sense here. Dude, that first time we went into that room like right to the right of the entrance in your house, it was like sort of the back room where Dion stayed. That was what, remember when me, you, and CJ stayed up like all night cooking up beats, started like rapping. That was one of my best memories. I remember your mom kept walking in being like, "Yeah, I want something to eat. Can I get you something to drink?" And it was like we were just like rapping about like, "The fuck bitch, ass, money." And it was like she walked in and it was like, "Oh, well." I also remember when Sawyer puked at your house, or was it? Yeah, that was tough. I was there. I offered to clean up, but you were like, "Oh no, don't worry, dude." Total gentleman like that. I would have helped. We should have sailed. Sailing would have been sick on that lake. It was the busted up one that you dragged in from the water. It was not gonna go.
First time I went to his house was with me and Matthew. Actually, we went to record a couple songs, our first songs together, and that was an experience. It was wild. It was fun. Yeah, Kyle is an amazing creative mind, honestly. He inspires me a lot to kind of push the boundaries of what I can do and create as an artist, as a poet, and even as a rapper or a singer. Kyle really inspires me to push myself and to really work hard despite, all the pressure that high school brings and that life brings, really. Kyle, if you're watching this, know that we all have your back. I have your back. Whatever you end up doing, you're gonna be amazing. You're gonna do great things. You already are doing really great things. So just keep going, man. Keep going, push those boundaries. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna be hanging out with you at Boulder. I think it would be a blast if we shared a room and partied it up and just had a blast at Boulder, but we'll see what happens with me. But I know that you'll do great there, and just balling your way into the engineering honors. That was pretty sick, and you're just gonna thrive there. You're gonna find your creative side and just explore it, and you're gonna find your engineering side and explore that. And I think it's gonna be great, and I know that you'll do great there, and hopefully I can spend time with you either if I go there, or I can come up and chill in your dorm for some days,
I think you're going to do great wherever you go. I know that you're going to do great wherever you go. I would say bring back the man bun, first of all.
Yeah.
It's pretty cliche, but keep being yourself, and by that I really mean it. Just like what I said before about you, and just standing up for yourself, doing what you believe, and even if it goes against what other people believe, butting heads with like society, with maybe your parents, friends. Just keep believing in yourself.
You're good at being who you are, and just if you lose that, you wouldn't be Kyle anymore. You are Kyle.
I was late to join the party, but robotics in middle school, that was a lot of fun. I know y'all. There was one year where y'all had like stayed every like it was you, Kamal, Roaming, Sahid. I don't know. But like y'all, one year I remember you telling me that you stayed through an entire like Thanksgiving break and worked like all day during that break to like work on robotics. Something I admired. Like Thanksgiving break should be a time to have fun, go out with your family, go out with friends, but y'all work diligently on those projects, and you led the charge. And when I joined it was a lot of fun too. So I was in info engineering with you for 2 weeks this year, and I mean, I didn't know what I was doing. I'm not well versed in computer science or any of that. But you were like, from day one, you were just like, I don't know, you did this really weird like wavy thing, like with graphics on the computer, and that was pretty cool. That amazed me.
There's been several times where my family just leaves me and they're like, okay, Billy, go stay at Kyle's house. And I'm like, okay, and you're always so welcoming. You always hang out with me at the nights, and your parents are really welcoming, and it's just, those weeks are just fun because we just do everything together. And like, there was one time where we went to Watermark together, and that was pretty fun. And there was, like, I just remember eating food with your family because I like eating food. And there's this, your family and you specifically introduced me to El Yucateco. It's a green like hot sauce, and it's just, it's my favorite hot sauce now. And I remember the first time we at your house, it was really good.
Well, in Japanese, we learned that Kairu means frog, and Kyle's similar enough to Kairu that, yeah, he'd be a frog, bottom line.
The first time me and Matthew went over to his house to record music, we had like this big whiteboard in his house, and we were drawing on it, we were writing lyrics down. Like, we were trying to be very analytical about it, and we weren't really getting anywhere, just to put that shortly. And then we just decided, don't even like think about lyrics, just kind of make the beat as it goes and just jam out. And we did that, and oh my gosh, that first song is so like good, but not good at all, if that makes any sense. It was a spur of the moment thing, and that's when I realized, that's when I learned something about the creative process that Kyle kind of taught both of us, me and Matthew, that, you know, it's all about things that are in the moment, just kind of trusting your gut. And I think that song, you know, as awful as it is, it ended up, you know, being a really cool memory to have. So. The lake house, I remember the lake house. That's when I first met Allison. That was really fun. We all went to the extra room, and we just went at it, freestyling over many beats, getting as many people to get on there as possible. That was really fun. I think with Kyle, it's just he brings out that creative spirit in everybody, and I really appreciate that about him. And he's not afraid to do things that he just wants to do because it looks cool to him, or he finds meaning in it. Homecoming, we were walking away from this abandoned house, and me and Kyle got lost. And I remember we're running in the middle of this alleyway, middle of the night, and we just looked ridiculous. Oh my gosh. And we just stopped running, and we're like, where are we? And we just started laughing. It was so fun. Eventually we did find our way, and we really weren't that lost. It was just late. We were tired, so that was that. Filming the homecoming video was fun. We were in the chapel, and this guy, he was one of the security guards watching us, and we told him, was like, you can just like stand out front. Like, he's like, no, I have to watch you. I have to be in the chapel watching you guys. We're like, okay, cool. We're in the chapel filming our scene, and he pulls out this iPad and just starts playing, I don't know, it was Clash of Clans or Boom Beach or something like that, but it was loud. Like, the volume was all the way up, and if you know, inside the chapel, it's very spacious. Like, the sound carries a lot, and there's just explosions and screaming and bullets all throughout the cathedral of our chapel, and we're trying to film our scene, and he just was in bliss, the guy who was up front. So I remember once we were trying to record something, and we didn't really have the right gear to connect the microphones together with the keyboard and everything, so he just like grabbed a couple wires from random places, and I was like, what? And he's just like, okay, here we go. We got the daughter and the mother, and we got the father and the son, connect this and that, and it worked, and it looked like a hodgepodge of strings and metal, and it worked. I don't know what happened, but he does, and thank you, Kyle, for being very savvy about that, because Lord knows we are not. But yeah, he's very unsung, I think, in terms of the things he does for the school. You know, him being a photographer for the Mark and the Remarker and, you know, Scientific Marksman and the Marksman. All those things together, he's provided so much for us, and visually and content-wise. So I think he's underappreciated in that sense. So I just want you to know, Kyle, we appreciate you, and we love all the work that you do for us because it's really good. So keep doing it. His ability to always improve. He's always looking for something to improve. He's very self-critical, but he knows when something is good and fire, and he knows when, you know, he's improving and how to make it better than it was before. And specifically, what I've seen with his, you know, production and his music making, he's always looking for something else to improve on and add to the song or master it even better than it was before. So I admire that about him. He's always making sure things are in progress and in development. So that's cool. I mean, I need as much as encouragement as you, as Kyle, when it comes to college, because Lord knows, it's a new challenge, a new world for us. But I think that we'll do great things. I think that you'll do great things. Just keep your head high and know that college isn't end all be all. Whatever happens in college, you'll always find a silver lining with that, and just have faith in your own abilities. Don't worry about what everybody else says about what you make. Just know that your work speaks for itself. So as long as you stay fast to what you truly like to do, which is create, and which is to tell stories and, you know, experiment, keep doing those things, and I'm sure success will follow you. Don't forget about us, please. I want to stay in touch always. I know you're going to be doing some big things, man. So don't forget where you came from, you know what I'm saying? Stay true to your roots. St. Mark's Lions forever, you know.
My words of encouragement are keep your nose to the grindstone. Don't slack off. Don't be a starving artist. Nose to the grindstone. That's all you gotta do. You got everything you need. So yeah, that's that.
I know you're nervous for college next year, and we're all nervous for next year for multiple different reasons. But think of your high school and childhood as like volume 1 of a series, right? You had your main characters, which were all your friends, and you followed the plot of high school. And it was great. You went on a lot of adventures and did a lot of things, made a lot of memories. But now it's time to start volume 2. And volume 2 is gonna be just as exciting, because in any book you have new adventures and new characters and new dynamics, but you still get the occasional visit from the old characters in volume 1. So like any reader, you know, you're sad that you finished volume 1. But then there comes that excitement about starting volume 2 and going through that. And that's going to be so exciting for you, is because there's so many more opportunities for you, so many more people that you can meet, and so many more people that will accept your creative side, and you get to branch out, and hopefully by the time you're 30, you're living in a van with $1 bajillion in the bank, and you're set for life. But this is the time where you get to razzle dazzle. This is the time where you get to go do things, you know, find out who you are, find people like you, you know, some hippie people out in the mountains, you know what I mean?
We still have to open that coffee shop up in Boulder where we like do all our creative workshopping. And Kumar, be smart, stay safe, watch out. Your body's not invincible. You gotta take care of it. I say that with the utmost love in my heart. I just want both of us to live as long as we can and be successful, even though I've already acknowledged that we're both probably gonna die at the age of 30 or something like that, based on all the energy drinks and shit we put in our body. But, you know, come on. We gotta hang in there to see the fruits of our labor. And he's been like my best friend. He's been one of the greatest best friends to have. keep doing what you're doing and go after what you like. Don't succumb to any pressures, because we didn't succumb to any pressures even though we got yelled at in high school, but look where we are now. Just follow what you like, because if you end up doing something that, you know, other people think you should do, you're gonna end up hating it, and it's not even worth it in the end.
Find a good girl in college. Like, I hope you find someone nice, like really appreciates you, and like compliments you, and like brings out the best in you. And then you can do the same for her. Don't doubt yourself. You beat yourself up a lot, and you're smarter than you give yourself credit for. So you're gonna kick everyone's ass in college, even though you might not think you will. And you're gonna do great. We're looking forward to it. And if you do well, you're taking us on a trip and we're doing the Ferrari thing your dad did. I'm gonna indoctrinate you at some point. So remember that. The propaganda film I made you watch, I'll make you finish it.
Kyle, here's the thing. I know that going off to college and leaving all of us is scary, and that sucks, and I'm going to be so sad to leave you too. But here's the thing, is you're going to go to Colorado, and you are going to find so many people that want to be friends with you, and so many people that will be cool, and that you will want to hang out with. And I don't think that that's something that you have to worry about. I love you so much, dude. Next time I see you, you are going to get a big hug, and I'm going to make sure you're tucking it. Because if you're not, you need to be. I will give you a piece of advice from Lynn Hunt. She says you have to stop wearing dark shirts with dark coats. Like, when you wear like a coat and tie, she says you can't wear a dark shirt with your dark coat. It's just a fashion tip from the top. That's not from me.
So broccoli, these are my last words to you. Go change the world.
Stay wavy. Be you. Stay true to Kairu. You know what I'm saying? Stay fly. Peace, Kyle.
You're amazing. You're sick. You're gonna be the bomb.com in college. Keep your finger on the photograph button and keep your head in the clouds. Also, nose to the grindstone. That was a major key. That's all I got. Peace.
I love you to infinity and beyond.
You helped me grow, and you brought us all closer together, and I'm really gonna miss you.
Damn, bro. It's been a ride. Here's to many more rides in the future.
Just know I love you, dude, and I've loved you for 8 years, and I'll love you for 800 more.